Where does the tribulation come from? What is happening here? I have given myself to God. All should be well. So when Jesus said in John 16:33, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation. Here is a warning. When you humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, when you give your whole life to Him, it will not be a bed of roses. He says you will have tribulation, but you are never alone. Never alone. And that's why he says in 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. That's what he's given to us. So before we go any further, we have to look at, where does the tribulation come from? What is happening here? I have given myself to God. All should be well. Well, let's go to 1 Peter 5:6 again. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, and he will exalt you in due season. Cast all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Be sober. Be vigilant, knowing that your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh around, seeing whom he can devour. Whom resist, says the Bible, steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Aha! Don't you love the way the Bible sweeps the curtain aside? It sweeps the veil aside. It shows us exactly how things are. Yes, there is an enemy. Oh yes, and the Bible talks about him as a roaring lion. I'm going to tell you a true story. It's a scary story, but it is a true story. The man that was there told it to me. He was in Africa. He was in an armoured vehicle in a game park. They were looking at giraffes and rhinoceroses. There were little windows there where they could take photos. They came across 2 lions, 3 lionesses and some little cubs, all sitting there yawning, looked like they were half asleep. And so they stopped the armoured vehicle and everyone was busy taking photos, not noticing that a Japanese tourist went out the back door to get a better shot. One of the lions jumped up and ate him immediately, before the drivers even knew that someone had gone out the back door. Oh dear. This is a sleepy lion. This is a lion that's resting, looking half asleep. Now inside the armoured vehicle, there were signs that said, don't get out of the car. Yes, the moral of the story is, don't get out of the car. But I wanted to show you that story to show you that a sleepy lion, a lion that looks like he's half asleep, can devour a man in a minute. What about a roaring lion? No wonder the Bible says, be sober, be vigilant, knowing that your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, he walketh about, seeing whom he can devour. No wonder the Bible says, whom resist? Steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.